Okay, picture this for a second. What if we literally gathered every single cooking pot in the entire world and put them all in one place? I'm talking everything from those massive, heavy cauldrons of the ancient past right down to that sleek stainless steel pan sitting on your stove right now. Well, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to unpack the absolutely fascinating evolution of the cooking pot. It's this everyday object we use without a second thought, right? But its journey actually tells the incredible story of human civilization, art, and science itself. Let's dive in. Really think about this for a moment. Imagine a reality where you couldn't make a warm bowl of soup on a cold day. You couldn't boil a simple pot of rice, and you definitely couldn't simmer a delicious, hearty stew. What if your absolute only option for preparing food was to just roast pieces of meat directly over open flames? Honestly, for early humans, this wasn't some fun hypothetical thought experiment. It was just everyday life. Because without a vessel capable of safely holding liquids over heat, the diverse culinary world that we know and love today, it simply wouldn't exist. Today, our modern kitchen is basically a magical space where raw ingredients are effortlessly transformed into these beautiful, comforting meals. But go back 10,000 years, a pot was, quite literally, an animal skin or a stomach rumen. Yeah, no kidding. Our ancestors would suspend these skins over a fire, or they'd drop red-hot stones right inside them just to boil water. It is a completely staggering contrast when you think about it. So, let's look at the origins and explore those very first vessels. What's truly wild here is how step-by-step humanity just kept innovating. As we just saw, 10,000 years ago, we start with those animal skins. But then, right around the 8,000-year mark, boom, early pottery appears. This was a massive leap forward. Humans finally figured out how to use the earth itself to hold water over fire. Moving forward into ancient Egypt, we see these specialized clay pots popping up, used specifically for baking bread and making early stews. And then, over in ancient China, the tech leaps again. We get these stunning bronze pots, intricately crafted for cooking rice and soup. So what started as basic survival quickly evolved into a legitimate art form. Which brings us to our next point, the pot as a symbol of civilization and when cooking truly became culture. As culinary techniques spread around the globe, pots actually began to define distinct cultures and their unique cuisines. In ancient Rome, for instance, the elite used these incredibly expensive bronze and copper pots to craft highly complex dishes. They were basically using the pot to flex their wealth and culinary mastery. During the Middle Ages, picture this. Massive, roaring fires in sprawling castles and busy monasteries, right? They needed these enormous, heavy iron cauldrons just to feed literal armies of people. And then in Iran, highly skilled coppersmiths in bustling bazaars were crafting stunning copper pots, carefully lined with tin. These specific vessels became absolutely central to making their traditional foods, creating unique flavors passed down for generations. So whether you were in a medieval European castle or an Iranian bazaar, the pot was no longer just a tool, it was a cornerstone of cultural identity. Next up, the industrial cooking revolution, moving from precious family heirlooms to mass-produced essentials. Okay, so 3 key factors completely revolutionized the kitchen in ways we totally take for granted today. First off, aluminum. Suddenly, pots were incredibly lightweight and, more importantly, super affordable for the average person. Then came stainless steel. That brought unparalleled durability and a brand new standard of hygiene to everyday cooking. But honestly, the real game changer here was mass production. Before the Industrial Revolution, a well-made pot was a prized, expensive possession, often passed down through families. Mass production totally stripped the pot of that elite status. It meant that a high-quality, durable cooking vessel could finally be in every single household. It literally democratized the art of cooking. Now, I want you to consider the year 1938. It is absolutely fascinating that in this specific year, everything changed all over again with the invention of Teflon. This single scientific breakthrough sparked a massive global revolution in nonstick cookware. Think about it. It fundamentally altered how we cook our food, how we wash our dishes, and exactly what we expect from our kitchen tools. It's just wild how one single year can completely redefine an object that humanity has been using for thousands of years. Moving right along to modern and smart pots and exploring the era of technology. The sheer variety we have today is just astonishing. We've got eco-friendly ceramic pots catering to green cooking. We have electric pressure cookers that use high speed to safely prepare complex meals in just minutes. And then we have the absolute peak of modern convenience, smart pots equipped with automated temperature sensors that literally adjust the heat all by themselves. We're at a point where the pot practically cooks dinner for us. Yet, despite all this high-tech wizardry, it's pretty charming that traditional clay and copper pots are still deeply loved and actively used in traditional kitchens all around the world today. I guess we still crave that connection to the past. But let's weigh this out for a second. On one hand, we have these incredible modern conveniences, right? The high speed, the smart sensors, the sheer ease of use that saves us hours of labor. But on the flip side, we face serious modern challenges. The production and eventual disposal of these advanced materials have led to real concerns over chemical pollution. Plus, these smart electric devices inherently come with high energy consumption. So engineers today are constantly trying to balance this scale. They are working tirelessly to design the next generation of pots that are both highly efficient for us and way healthier for our planet. Let's wrap things up by looking at the pot as the silent teacher, a bit of a philosophical reflection.
I really want you to let this quote sink in. The pot is the silent teacher of history. It's just such a profound way to look at an everyday kitchen tool. This simple vessel taught humanity how to experiment. It taught us how to mix raw ingredients, how to safely harness heat, and how to invent entirely new flavors that simply do not exist in nature. It shows us that a pot's true value isn't in its shiny exterior, its expensive materials, or its smart sensors. Its true, lasting value lies entirely in the food it holds and the nourishment it provides to us. Looking back at this incredible journey of transformation, we can really see just how far human ingenuity has brought us. We went from desperately boiling water in animal skins to beautifully baking in clay. From clay, we moved to the intricate craftsmanship of copper. From copper over to the accessible durability of stainless steel. And from steel all the way to self-regulating smart technology. Every single step of this evolution reflects a major leap forward in human history, science, and culinary art. So, I'll leave you with this final provocative question. Next time you cook, will you remember the profound history sitting right there on your stove? I really hope you remember that you're tapping into a vital piece of human ingenuity every single time you prepare a meal. Thanks for exploring this explainer with me today. And hey, may your food always be delicious.